We're learning that Aftab has been taken for the polygraphy test. Well, today is going to be the second session. Bringing in Akansha quickly on this. Akansha, take us to all the latest updates.
Well, absolutely, and polygraph test will be followed by narco analysis test next week on Monday. But today the update is, let me show you the visual straight away. This is the police van in which Aaftab Poonawalla was just brought by the Delhi police from the Har jail here at FSL. This is the police van in which he came just a moment ago. And today another round of polygraph test will take place. He'll be asked about what triggered him to kill Shraddha, where the murder weapon, and also where he has thrown pieces of a body. As you can see, there's still police outside the FSL lab here in the national capital. Last week, he underwent marathon polygraph test, but it could not be completed because he was coughing and sneezing continuously, due to which his physiological parameters could not be monitored properly. And that is why, again, he's been called today for the polygraphic test. It will take place for some time, and he'll be confronted with barrage of questions here at the FSL in the national capital. This will be followed by narco analysis test on Monday. It was supposed to take place today, but now it has been postponed to next Monday.
Right, so Akansha, also we know that it is going to be a crucial day as far as the second session is concerned, because on the basis of these reports, a decision is going to be taken as far as the narco test is concerned, which is most likely to happen on December 5th. But also, before we dip into some more developments, can you quickly summarize as to what exactly has come forward in the past few sessions which have been conducted?
Well, absolutely. Now, Delhi police has abiding faith in polygraphic and narco analysis test. They think that this will give a direction to the case. This will give them a lead to follow. In the last 1 week, he's underwent a barrage of polygraph tests. He's been posed with barrage of questions here at FSL, and the police is yet to submit its final report to the Delhi police. But once the polygraph test is completed, a detailed report will be handed over to the Delhi police in a sealed cover. This will then be followed by a narco analysis test. But till now, the police has managed to recover few pieces of Shraddha's body, which have been sent for DNA analysis. The report is still awaited, but what they have yet not recovered is the skull of Shraddha. So for the recovery purposes, they will be asking barrage of questions to Aaftab Poonawalla today to know what triggered him to kill Shraddha, where are the pieces of her body, where has he hid the weapon of offense. Finding these crucial pieces will be very important. As I mentioned, that the Supreme Court has time and again said that the statements that police gathers under these tests are not admissible in court, but Delhi police has abiding faith in these tests, and they think that this will definitely give a direction for to them to move forward in the case, recover the skull, the weapon of offense, the pieces of a body, but it'll have to be seen
and
for
also
how long.
Aftab's mobile phone. Several investigation details that are still pending as far as the police is concerned. There, Priyank also with us right now. Priyank, for the moment, as far as the narco analysis that will be taking place, the polygraph test that will be taking place today. However, the DNA profiling, that match is also something that the reports are still awaited.
Yes, certainly. The DNA sample report will clear that the pieces of the bone which has been recovered on the identification of the accused are of Shraddha. So that will clearly establish that Shraddha is not missing. She has been killed by Aaftab Poonawalla. But later to that, there have been several discrepancies in the statement of the accused. Because initially he said that he was not aware about Shraddha. Then he said that he killed Shraddha. Later to that, he disclosed that he threw the pieces of the body at one location. Again, he changed his statement. So the multiple statement which is coming out from the accused is very important to be clear. The out needs to be cleared. But not even that, the police also want to get into the story that whether it was a well-thought, pre-planned murder or it just happened in the fit of the raid, because the manner in which the map, portions and all these recce of the location has been done by Aaftab Poonawalla, it quite clearly appears that he could have planned the murder while he was the couple was in the hill, because the evidence which we also got to know after their transaction of the bank detail, which clearly shows that the couple did not have a normal relationship. So there are multiple things which need to be cleared before the investigators. Thirdly, these evidences will not be a big evidence before the court. But if this leads to some kind of disclosure of evidence, then certainly under the Evidence Act, this can be submitted before the court. That's a clear mandate today.
All right, because he is now in judicial custody and he can be taken over as far as the police investigation is concerned time and again when the police needs him, and that is exactly what the police is doing right now as we speak, taken to that FSL laboratory there in Rohini, where the polygraph test, we are told, will continue. The first session did not go as successful as it seems to, because he was said to be under a lot of pressure and also had cited that he was not doing well. But how exactly it is done? Let's get our viewers there an update as to how exactly is this test conducted. Polygraph test, also known as the lie detector test, how it is conducted when it comes to 4 to 6 sensors that are attached to the subject here being Aaftab Poonawalla, when the questioner had asked him around 3 to 4 pre-test questions so as to make him aware, make him warm and comfortable exactly what will be the line of questions that will be coming next. Establish the norms for the person, signs and signals as well, because this is a physiological test that also remains on the factors when it comes to the respiratory test, how he seems to be breathing, skin conductivity, heart rate, blood pressure, all of these measures we are told that are taken into account. Examiner then asks the real questions. So this is when it comes to into effect as far as the polygraph test is concerned, that is when the real questions come in. However, in the line of questioning, we are told that a series of questions that regards to as far as his relationship with Shraddha is concerned, what was the motive behind him taking that extreme step of killing Shraddha and chopping her body parts into 35 different pieces, what happened after that, all of these things we are told will be taken in that lie conductor test or the polygraph test, and after this we are told will be the narco analysis or the truth serum test that will be likely taking place on the 5th of December. Akansha, coming back to you on that, as we've laid down the details exactly how a test is conducted, are there more series of tests to it, attached to it, or it can be done in one go?
Well, absolutely. As you know that there are 3 stages: pre-test, main test and post-test. And these marathon polygraph tests were conducted of Aaftab Poonawalla last week, but it could not be completed because he was not well. He was coughing and sneezing continuously, due to which, as you mentioned, the BP, the respiration and also the skin conductivity, all these physiological parameters, the experts were not able to monitor them properly, and that is why he's been called here at FSL again, and these tests will be conducted. The test will continue today. Let me show you the visuals from outside the FSL, where he was brought just a few minutes ago. He was brought from Tihar Jail, where he's been kept in a separate room and is being monitored round the clock. He was brought here in this van, as you can see on your screen, and he's been taken inside. Another round of polygraph test will take place today. He'll be again asked a plethora of questions about what happened on May 18th, what led to their fight, what triggered him to kill Shraddha, and what happened after he did he contact anybody, how did he dispose of the pieces, and where has he hid the pieces, and where is the weapon of offense. Through this, the Delhi police is looking forward to find some direction in the case, some direction as to where the pieces of the bodies are, where the weapon of offense is. So this polygraph test holds a lot of importance. It has been going on throughout the last 1 week, and after this only the narco analysis test will take place on Monday.
All right, so narco analysis likely on the 5th of December, we are told, with the polygraph test that will be taking place today, but there are series of tests that will also involve, as far as Akansha, if we talk about the DNA sampling that has also been spoken about by Priyank, because as far as what has been recovered so far, the samples, if that also match with the father of Shraddha, that is also important, Priyank, to note down the details as far as are those body parts that have been recovered from the ridge area does actually belong to Shraddha or not, Priyank?
See, what sources have been indicating that DNA samples have been matched, but it is Delhi Police Commissioner who is still waiting for the official report from the labs, and we are also waiting for confirmation from the Delhi, because this is a very sensitive matter. Amitabh. Although my sources have confirmed that the samples have already matched, and it has matched because of the hair sample which was collected from the jungle. But on the other side, since the bones are pretty old, and it was found in a very a bad condition. That's why the scientists are cleaning it so that the DNA can be extracted. The moment the DNA of these bones will be extracted, then that will establish that within a daytime, the DNA sample report will be out. Because the hair can be chopped off before, even if Shraddha could have been alive. But on the other side, if you see, the bones must certainly something which will establish that he has been killed by this particular person. Why polygraph test is important? Because if some evidences are found, as I quote the senior officials and the forensic experts, that if there are evidences which are found on the basis of the disclosure being given by the accused during the polygraph test, then that can be found as an evidence before the court under the 54 or 58 sections of, Criminal Evidence Act. So that is something which the police will certainly be looking for. But the sample reports or the forensic evidences are something which will clearly establish the role of the accused and the crime. So far, what Delhi police is saying that if you talk about the process of gathering evidences,
right,
they have completed around 80 to 85% of the investigation. But if you talk about those leftover 20% of investigation details,
because although not admissible in court, but as far as the motive is concerned, that would be setting the precedent as the investigation continues to take on in the Shraddha murder case, because the polygraph test that is taking place today, the narco analysis that is also likely to take place next week itself, and also DNA sampling, which according to sources has been a match. For the moment, Priyank, Akansha, thanks very much for joining in.